Welcome to episode 50 of Bros Park. You're welcome by yours truly, Jeff, and
as always, joined by me, Colin, and welcome to episode 50. It is, as always, another BEA
beautiful day in the park. Today, we're going to be discussing about Lord of the Mysteries. Personally, I know Colin has heard my voiced opinions on this, but I'm gonna set this out here. I think it's an amazing adaptation, but also a terrible one.
Yeah, it's look, the title for this episode is Lord of Mysteries, the best worst adaptation. And
Yeah,
that's his opinion, and I respect that. I'm more along the neutral ground, and I will kind of try to carry that through this, but he is definitely in the hater camp.
I am.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You can like what you like and don't like what you don't like. That's fine.
Okay, I'll go with my pros.
Okay.
I think this anime is like well animated. It looks gorgeous. The CGI, even like they use it a lot. It's not jarring. It's done well.
It fits in with it really well. And I think like before we even like get into opinions here, I'm going to tell you guys, because some of you might not even know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the objective facts, and we're getting these from IMDb and Crunchyroll and all these good things. So Lord of Mysteries coming out this year. At this point, we're only talking up to episode 8.
Yeah. This is as the time of the filming, we've only seen up to episode 8.
Yes, we record on Thursdays, so we know that episode 9 is coming out tomorrow for us, but you'll be seeing this next week for that. So Lord of the Mysteries, for those of you who don't know, the description is just, in the fogs of history and darkness, who was whispering? When the gray fog falls, who is whispering in the ear? The light still shines. The mystery has never been far away. Which, I'm going to be honest, we're going to read some of the synopsises and some of that stuff. None of them explain anything. And that's part of the problem you have, right? So let's talk about the pros. Animation, like you said, phenomenal.
Character designs, pretty cool. Everyone has their unique look, unique characteristics, unique abilities, and they're all pretty likable and cool.
I don't see any issue. Like no character that I'm like, God, I hate this guy, except for I'll pull up his name here, but the Rose guy, the pretty boy.
Oh yeah, the pretty boy who's like,
he's
like super
Leonard.
self-centered.
Yeah, Leonard. So here's the thing. I hate him, but I think he's meant to be hateable because he's so like self-centered.
He's that cool guy.
Yeah, he's that pretty boy, fucking cool guy.
I will say the villains.
Okay.
Like, cause it's kind of like a villain of the week type of thing that we've been seeing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Where you see them, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's a villain. That's obviously a villain.
We're just, we're falling into that whole like bad guy is bad, sketchy guy is sketchy.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But I mean, I think for me on the pro side of it, we already talked about it, but visually speaking, the most stunning anime of the season, honestly.
It's beautiful.
And I think that it is a Chinese animation, which has a very distinct look and looks very different than Japanese animation style. And something like this with like this mysticism and spirituality and like space and things.
I love how it's mixed in with like Victorian
steampunk and everything.
Steampunk shit.
Looks great. Like it fits the style so well. And I love that. Like character design, like you said, great. I have no issues with any of them so far. Again, I think you hate the ones you hate, and you're supposed to hate them or find them annoying, whatever. So I think that it does that really well. I think this is a pro and con. Voice acting, I think, has been great. But we talked about it once prior, is that I think Chinese voice acting just hasn't come as far per se for like the animation realm as Japanese voice acting.
Yeah, for me, that's the con. The voice acting, it's not that good. It's like, because I kind of grew up watching like Chinese dramas and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like What? It's true.
All that shit.
Yeah.
I hate it all.
No, like, well, I didn't watch it voluntarily. It's just,
It was on the TV.
Yeah, my grandparents were watching it, so I had to watch it too. Or I'd be like, staring at a wall and doing nothing.
Yeah.
Usually, just Chinese voice acting is flat. It's monotone. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they don't add more like enthusiasm, have more oomph in the voices.
Yeah, have more inflections. The highs are high, the lows are low.
So yeah, this anime kind of like showcases that really well because like everybody like like some crazy shit is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's like yelling or like kind of like like scared.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that. I don't feel that in the voices. Like it actually breaks my immersion in the show when I'm watching something because they're like, oh yeah, blah, 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 like, oh, crazy monster. Well then, like that isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Just to say.
Yeah, that's fair. It does feel a little bit monotonous. Like everybody kind of, there's no like surprise or unexpectedness. I think the only person that really has that is the main character, Klein.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear it in his voice. Like, he actually sounds a bit surprised.
Sometimes.
But like you said, I do agree that I think most other people, it's kind of flat. And I guess that's what I was saying for the first part, where I don't mind it. It's just I don't think that there's as many Chinese animations, obviously, as Japanese anime.
Yeah.
So the voice actors aren't necessarily hitting the same exaggerations that you need for an animation.
And also, when you watch it and the voice comes out, I'm just like, it doesn't really fit the characters.
Oh, okay.
In my opinion, too.
Okay.
It just doesn't fit well. Like, as a voice acting cast,
Yeah.
I don't think it fits well. And, like, going back to it,
Mm-hmm.
if you watch an episode and you close your eyes and just listen,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot tell who is who.
Okay. There's not enough distinction.
Exactly. Except for Klein, because he's the main character. But, like, I understand Chinese to a degree. And, like, I close my eyes. I'm like, wow, who the hell is speaking?
Yeah. That's fair.
I guess I know Nick because he's the only old guy.
Yeah. And like, I've found that, like you said, Klein, I understand for sure to be Klein. A lot of the guys kind of muddle together, and I think a lot of the girls also muddle. Like, I can't tell what girl is talking most of the time.
Dude, to me, they all sound the same. Like, literally, like, I could not, if I remember like a girl's voice, but I can't tell like which girl it is.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, I've heard this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't like, I don't know if they don't suit the characters. Like, they seem like they're fine for me. And I get you hating on it. That's okay.
Yeah.
Again, you can hate what you want to hate. All right.
Hate's a strong word.
Okay.
I just dislike it.
Dislike to a gross degree. So I think I'm not so much on the voice acting as much as you for the cons, but the characters, they do their thing and they're going about their life. Before we get further into any of the cons, do you have any other pros that you want to talk about? Because you said you were starting there.
No. Pros are no character design. Character design and animation, I just think top notch.
Okay.
That's it.
I think a pro for me, and we'll get to the con side of it, because again, all of these are like two sides of a coin.
Yeah.
A pro side is that the world is very interesting.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a pro for me too.
Right?
Like the whole story.
Yeah.
It's very, very like, as the name suggests, very mysterious and very cool. I love the Victoria era-esque, steampunk.
Yeah.
Mixed with mysticism, mixed with goddamn spirits and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very creative setting. I like that. I like that a lot.
And that's great. That's phenomenal. Like, it's such a cool world building, because we have talked about it before, and a lot of people, basically put on a pedestal world building of Frieren and Mushoku Tensei for a lot of this fantasy magic world. And I would say that the world building in this show is on par with that.
Yes.
To be honest, like, if not better, actually, for me.
Yeah.
It's just so cool, and I love how it fits in, and like we said before, the visuals and the animation work so well with the world build. Like all of that's super cool, and I'm really intrigued. The con of that is that I always want to know what's kind of happening, and I think every episode they give you 100 questions and they answer one question that we got from like 2 episodes back.
Yeah. So this leads to a very big con of mine.
Yep.
It's storytelling.
Yep.
Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, no idea what's happening. I hate that. I hate that when I'm watching an anime, because like I think I'm kind of smart.
Yeah.
I can grasp things, grasp concepts. They're things to me. But it's the fact that like when I watch the show, I'm like, why is this happening? There is absolutely no reason why things are happening.
No.
Unless I'm reading. Like there's like supplemental text. Like if I look online, I'm like, oh, that's why it happened.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't show me why things happen. It doesn't explain. And like the thing that like I hate most about shows is that when things happen because they just happen.
Yeah.
That, oh my God, that pisses me off so much.
And we've had some comments and we've had some kind of like people talk to us about it as well, where they're sitting here and they say, well, pause the episode, read the things in between, read these. And it's like, we're not sitting here being like, I want spoon-fed anime, give me solo leveling. Like, no, we're not.
I like that, like, show don't tell, but then you don't tell me it. Like,
yeah, they don't do either. That's the problem.
You know, it's like I still don't know. Like, you're not really showing me much, and you're not telling me much.
No, and man, it's not only that they don't do either of that. The main character, you know, talking about episode 1 now, we can kind of start going into a little bit more of the nitty gritty. Like, he's transmigrated from the real world, like say our world,
his world, to theirs,
to this magic mysticism, 18th century, like England type vibe.
Yeah.
And he has no idea what's going on. No idea. He's in the same boat as us. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm good with main character not knowing.
Yeah, he's like a blank slate for us to learn about this world.
Yeah, and he has the same knowledge that we do. And that's great. Within 10 minutes, he's throwing out terms and saying shit that makes no sense to somebody that would just be arriving in this world.
Yeah, and for some reason he knows things, even though he's like, I don't. He even said like, I don't know like what this is, and he's like, oh, and then he explains it. I'm like, you just said you don't know it.
Yeah, and like we talk about a lot like of actual reactions of what would happen if we were transmigrated into a world like this. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Right?
There's no like. Man, I think a lot of it is the jargon. They use a lot of terms and a lot of big words. And again, we're not dumb, okay?
Yeah.
They use a lot of terms and specific terminology to the show, to the world, to this new Victorian era.
Yeah.
That don't make any sense. And then they never explain it. They never explain it.
Because I remember like episode 1 or 2, it was like a few weeks ago. They're like, oh, he must be a Beyonder. Yep. These abilities. Like, I'm like, okay, what is a Beyonder?
Yeah.
How do you know his abilities?
Yep.
And like even he said like, oh, like what are these Beyonders? And then Dunn Smith, he like does something. He's like, this must be the ability of the Beyonders. I'm like, how would you know that? How? And like, nothing's explained.
The gray fog. And like all like this new like mysticism and spirituality realm, and they talk about the ritual of this and the ritual of that. They don't explain what it does. We just kind of assume that it's magic.
Yeah, like I understand. Like I really like the story because like as everyone says, it's super deep in lore. It's so complex, but like it comes to a point in time where like when something's so complex, it needs to be digestible. Yeah. And as someone who hasn't read anything and came into this like fresh, like cherry unpopped, I'm like, yo, this is.
I fucking hate the way you worded that.
I'm like, this, I don't like it. Yeah. I just don't like it. And like that also kind of leads me to my next Con. Pacing.
Okay.
Pacing's all over the place. Sometimes it's like slow. Other times it's like bam, 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 bam. Words, action, action, action.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. End of the episode. Bro.
Yeah. I quickly want to touch on like the point that you brought up, and we mentioned it a little before, which you were saying you didn't do any of the supplemental texts, right?
Yeah.
And we're not talking about like the midway point where they have a paragraph or a blurb. We're talking about like online forums and people commenting their analysis and the web novel itself. And that brings to the generalization, which is that like it is the great adaptation, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's the worst because it seems like it's targeted for the specific audience that has already done all of the research to the supplemental stuff and completely digested everything that's out there for the original web novel.
Yeah, for those who have like consumed the content, like it's perfect for them. But for someone who hasn't, I'm like, bro, what the hell is this shit?
I think especially the first 3 to 4 episodes, pacing, like you were bringing up, which we'll get to, and jargon, no explanations. I think the first 3 to 4 episodes are some of the worst plot and like knowledge experience for a new watcher.
Yes, and like those first few episodes are the hook to draw you into the show. And like I actually like dropped it.
Yeah, I know you did.
I'm like, dude, I cannot watch any more of this because this makes no sense. And like I actually like dislike watching it now.
And I made him catch up so that we can do this episode. And I've been watching it weekly. So again, I have enjoyed it, and I did say that it gets better after episode 4, and it explains a little bit.
I watched 4 episodes straight yesterday.
Yeah.
So okay, yes, slightly explained, but I'm like, I still like don't enjoy it.
No, and don't get me wrong, I love not knowing stuff and finding stuff out later in a show.
Yeah,
that's great. I love the mystery aspect, and I love being able to like piece together a puzzle and have that come about. That's awesome. But like I said, if you're giving us 100 questions and you're only answering 1, 2 episodes later, it's not enough for me to like get hooked.
Yeah, it's so convoluted at this point. It's kind of like self jerking itself at this point.
I'm just kind of trying to take it all in and like enjoy it for what it is, which is like all these stunning visuals. I'm not sure. One of the issues that I could see it being as, which is that it's translated into English for us, right? I'm not reading it in the original Chinese, and I'm not fluent in Chinese, so I'm not actually sure what they're saying and if there's like minute differences to the translations and words missing, whatever it is. But I will chalk up that I'm sure some of it might be that, and we should actually get somebody that we know that knows Chinese to watch it.
To be fair, with such like complex concepts, I could see the translation having some issues, like, you know, keeping up with it.
Yeah, and we did get a comment saying that the first episode had translation errors that they went back and actually fixed. So one thing that I'm going to do, you don't have to, but when all of the episodes are done, I am going to rewatch them and kind of like take a second pass and maybe try to like piece things together a little bit better. Okay. And then I'll revisit that conversation with you at a later time.
Because maybe we should save this for later, but like one thing that like kind of like blew my mind, like in a bad way, episode 7.
Yep.
Klein is like, you know, he's kind of figuring out like, wait, these are all coincidences and they're all connected. He's like, A goes to B, B goes to C, C goes to E.
It's the red string, like
all that. Yeah. And they even like showed it on screen, like boom, 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 arrows, 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 arrow this way.
Yep.
And it actually showed it on the screen. I'm like, what? Like to the point where like the anime has to like show a fucking like tree of things just to show the viewer. I'm like, dude, that's bad.
And you know, I get it and I understand them wanting to explain that, but out of everything, I didn't need the anime to tell me that there's a reason for all of this. I'm assuming there's a
No
reason
shit,
for all
there's-
this.
It's in the show. Mysteries.
Yeah, there's a reason. You don't have to tell me that. I'd rather you answer some of the other questions.
I'd rather Klein figure that out.
Yep.
Like, which he did, but
Yeah,
the freaking anime is just like, oh, like it's explaining it to us. I'm like, no, he should like be reacting to this stuff, right?
Mhm.
Anyways, it's just I'm like, oh god, man.
So, yes, episode 1 through 3 are a little rough. I will pull up, as we were talking about, some of the synopsises
Yeah.
for
Because
episode 1.
they're OVAs and they're slightly longer episodes too.
What do you mean by OVA?
That's what it said for the site that I was on. They said they were OVAs because like they're like 33-minute long, with including like intro outro, which are longer than
They're not
typical.
your 22-minute, 24
Yeah,
minute,
exactly.
whatever. Yeah, I don't know what OVA, I guess by definition means. I always thought that it was extra non-canon or like canon, but
OVAs can be canon. Yeah,
but I thought it was extra to the season.
I always thought like OVAs are like extra, but then like if they're a little bit longer than your regular standard show.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Again, no issues. They are longer though. They are like 33 to 35 minutes, give or take. And so episode 1 is called The Fool. And we have Joe Mingri wakes up in the body of Klein Moretti. A strange notebook holds the key to a dark power. That's it. That's the synopsis. And again, these are from IMDb.
That's
right?
a crazy synopsis.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just as confused as Klein in that whole thing, or Joe, depending on who you want to say. But basically, Joe migrates into this guy's body. This guy, we find out later, committed suicide. He's got like a gun there, and the dark notebook thing is the notebook of the Antigonus family.
Yeah, Antigonus like family notebook.
And that's it. We got like some kind of dark blood monsters type vibe from everything. It's steampunk Victorian. It's very cool.
Yeah, so he's like kind of learning about the world, and then like he does this ritual, which somehow he already knows, I guess from the real world.
Yeah.
And he gets sent to like the mysticism realm.
Yeah.
Where like, there's a gray fog, and he has powers over it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know anything about the gray fog. But then he like, oh, these powers must be from the gray fog.
Yeah.
I think it's like, whoa.
It would be like the only equivalent I can think of is if we gave you, let's just say like, I don't know, a cell phone, a weapon, like a gun, a car. And you're like, I've never used this before. And then with the phone, you could call, text, be on the internet, take it apart, put it back together. And there's no explanation as to why you know that or any of that stuff. For the gun, you can fire, clean, disassemble, reassemble. For the car, you can drive, use the nav.
Yeah.
Like, you can do everything that you need to do with it, but you just told us that you have no idea what it is, what you're doing with it, or how to use it.
Yes.
That
Like,
feels weird.
Maybe at some point, like, he did learn all this, but, like,
Sure.
we don't know. But, like, in these past 8 episodes, nothing's explained so far.
That, I don't know. It's kind of rough. I'm going to breeze through some of these synopsises just so we kind of get through it. But episode 2, Klein Moretti joins the Nighthawks and heads off on his first task to find an abducted child. Nighthawks, they're like Beyonder police. We don't know what the Beyonders are.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an idea that they're the ones with kind of magic powers.
And the powers are like sequences.
From the potions, yeah.
What? Huh?
So I guess in this world, very loosely explained, you get like
The intro explains it, but I'm like, it's like, oh, thanks. Like, that really helps me.
There's 22 pathways, all with 9 sequences, seemingly.
Yeah.
And when you start usually at like sequence 9, which is the weakest in that pathway. And then you can get up to like sequence 1. And basically, if you're on that and you drank the potion and you have these powers, you're a Beyonder.
Yeah.
From what I'm understanding. And then you need to drink another potion that you find the recipe of through like feats or tasks or whatever it is to get to the higher sequences. So Klein, at this point with the Nighthawks, like other people are like the nightmare pathway, and he's like sequence 8 or 7. But Klein starts as a seer.
Yeah.
I think he's on the seer pathway, and he starts at rank sequence 9.
Yep.
So the weakest. I think the fool maybe, or no, that's what he calls himself in the,
Yeah,
in the realm.
When he's
right?
in the mystical realm, there's 2 other people there too that like,
that he somehow spawned in.
He somehow spawns and they see him as like, a god.
Mhm.
And they're like, what should we call you? The fool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
Cool.
he now, and that's I think part of why we were confused with it, because he was explaining and saying shit in this realm to these 2 random people that he had no idea how they got there, who they were.
Yep.
And he was explaining shit as if he knew. And we're like, what the dude, you said you didn't know anything.
And then he even says like, yeah, I don't even know anything. But like,
and he's magically right about all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my head hurts.
I get fake it till you make it 100%, but fake it till you make it, but you're right about everything.
It's kind of
is
absurd.
rough. Yeah.
It's kind of absurd.
And I think that's a bit hard, but regardless, as he goes through, he has to face off against another Beyonder, and that's episode 3. He's looking for the Antigonus family's notebook. He goes against the clown.
Yeah.
And we find out that the clown is the seer pathway sequence 8. So the one step up from him. So now he's fought the one above him or something, and he needs to figure out the recipe to the potion to be sequence 8 for the next one. And that comes in play later. Like, I think the fight scenes are great.
Yeah, I forgot to put this in the pro. The action cinematography, choreography. Sorry, I was trying to combine the 2 words. Choreography is phenomenal. It's great.
100%.
Yeah, it looks great. It's smooth and everything.
Yep, it's smooth. It doesn't feel jittery at all. It doesn't feel like I need to slow it down or speed it up. And out of all the parts that we are complaining about, the fight scenes make sense.
Yep.
And they might not explain like, hey, we're using this relic. Okay, cool. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, it seems like every fight, there's a relic for this, guys. Which is like a third-party weapon, of course.
And okay, they kind of explain, but they explain at least what it does, which is great. They didn't explain where it came from, or how it got to be a relic, or how it got to its powers. For some of them they do, but not for most of them. And then they explain how it works, which is the most important part in the fight.
Yeah. I forgot for the action scenes, something I love. They have these cool ass, godly powers, they can throw like roses, nightmares and shit.
Yeah.
Gun. Gun.
Rock, paper, scissors, gun beats everything.
We have all the shit. I still use a gun.
Yep. And I think with Klein's powers, he's not combat suited.
No,
he's a seer. So he's more about you give a possession to him and he can track
divination.
About the divination, which also isn't explained that well, to be honest.
Nope.
But it's a lot of times give him information and a possession of somebody or something, and he can track them or see
a pathway to them.
Yeah.
Right?
Or even the past that happened, what was the true purpose of this person's actions? And then he'll see kind of the past and
yes.
And that's cool. I like that. Not very combat, effectiveness, but that's where the gun comes into play.
Gun is gun.
So then we got and then we got episode 4. Klein Moretti learns ritualistic magic, which isn't really explained, from old Neil. Neil's cool. We like old Neil. He's kind of drunk.
He's like the old mentor in the Blackhawk company.
Meanwhile, an organization has their eyes on Klein called the Magic Mirror. If I remember correctly, it's either that or the next one, but
there's just evil sects, right?
Yeah, but remember he goes to the tarot card reading club.
He joins the tarot club
because he can do divination, so that makes sense for tarot cards or tarot cards, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And then his sister's friend is also part of the club that's given a magic mirror. That's also a magic mirror from Vincent, who runs the club.
Yeah.
And Vincent's a bad guy. And bad guys being bad, he puts a curse or controls the sister's friend through the mirror
Yeah.
and turns into a fucking crazy monster, which is super cool. Again, all of this looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Klein has to like fight it at her birthday party or something. Again, I think it was to target Klein, I guess, like seemingly.
Yeah, because I remember there was like something that happened in like the earlier episodes, and this guy is like a survivor.
Yeah.
And then he's also talking to this like, mastermind, saying like, you got one more chance, Vincent. Yeah, like kill Klein or something.
Yeah.
But they were never like, they never explicitly said
No.
what their purpose is.
No. And like,
so like this whole conflict with the whole mirror and like birthday, I'm like, we still don't know the real purpose behind it. Like, it's cool that we don't know, but like,
I want it a little tidbit.
Yeah, can you give me like a crumb at least, please? Like, it just happened because it happened. It just happened
as far as we know right now. Right?
Yeah, it's like it happened because, hey, you gotta do this. Okay.
Yeah, it seems like there's like whisperings and hints at this point that Klein, not Joe, who is in Klein's body, but Klein, like, kind of worked with his two friends or buddies from their like history class or university or whatever it was, and almost like stumbled upon this notebook seemingly.
Yeah, it's like they're like doing some like dark ritual shit, so they like coincidentally fell into this whole like world of like divination, mysticism, all that. So like I guess they just stumbled into it, right?
Yeah, and the two friends are dead. Like that's part of like where they were at with the clown fight and everything, is the two friends are dead, and he's still like, not only does he not have any memories from this world because he's not from this world, Joe is also just like thrust in here and given all this information. And he also doesn't know whose body he's in. Like, he's trying to also piece together who Klein was and like why Klein committed suicide. Yeah. And we don't really know either. It's right.
It's like I said, it's like bad storytelling.
Yeah, I know you don't like it. I'm trying to get on board with it, and I'm trying to be like, all right. It's not horrific for me now, but the first few episodes were a little rough. Episode 5, Hero, a tragedy befalls a passenger ship, and Klein Reddy is tasked with solving the mystery. This is the one that like the guy that survived was also like happened to be the guy that killed everybody on the ship.
Yeah.
And then
Triss.
Yeah, and he was lauded as a hero for some reason. I think he was just, like did something in town and was a hero. But then they get onto his trail, and then he like changes sex.
Yeah, he changes into a woman.
Yeah, and then is actually part of the woman only like dark sect of some group.
Yeah, they introduced the Demoness sect. I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Thanks for telling me about this.
Yeah, and I think their slogan is even like, oh, you have to like relinquish your like manhood,
basically.
You gotta
castrate yourself
to join our sect. And they're like, and it's like, oh, you actually meant like physically turn into a woman.
Yeah.
Like, okay, got it. And like that was cool. And I think we're kind of glossing over that all of these people that we're talking about are like different pathways. Like, I forget what she was, but she was like the assassin pathway or something.
Yeah. She can like conceal herself. Do stuff. Like freaking everybody's a beyonder apparently. Yeah,
and then there's like the corpse collector pathway, the night or the dreamer pathway or whatever it is. There's like the seer, obviously we talked about that. The sun. Like there's so many pathways.
Yep.
And I don't know what they all do because they don't explain them until you're in a mid fight with them.
Yep.
And like I said, I think if I did the 100 hours of research, it will be 100 times better than what it is
for
right
sure.
now.
But like, hey, we're watching a show because we want to know about it. But then like, if you want to watch the show and enjoy it, you gotta know so much shit beforehand. Like, hey, like I ain't got time for that.
And I've talked to you about this, and I talked to some other people, which is, if you sat here and told me Neon Genesis didn't make sense to you, I would say that's fucking fair. And you're like, hey, I didn't like it because it didn't make sense. What are the angels? What do you mean the seed of knowledge versus the seed of life? Adams versus Lilith, all these things. I'd be like, that's fair. Honestly, it's fucking convoluted and very complicated, and they don't explain shit.
They didn't tell you anything, but like you were still entertained with Evangelion.
You get the point of like, Shinji, get in the fucking robot, right? Like that makes sense, and I can understand
Get in the fucking robot.
I can understand if you don't like it and you don't want to put in 100 hours of research. I get it. You'll enjoy it more if you do put in the 100 hours, and that's, I think, the same with this.
For sure.
I probably will after the season's done.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting everybody to, and I do think that if you're just thrust into it, you're like, what the fuck is happening, right? So that's kind of where I'm standing with it so far. So we'll just do the next 3 episodes all together. So episode 6, Teacher. Klein Moretti discovers an ancient secret about his teacher, Isaac Eggers. And 7, Coincidence. We talked about that. When too many coincidences appear, Klein Moretti discovers he may be caught in an elaborate scheme, which, like, I obviously.
No
right?
shit.
And episode 8, the most recent one for us, which is Losing Control. Klein Moretti is on a mission, and the most dreaded fate that could happen to a Beyonder becomes reality. And I actually like episode 8 the most out of all episodes. Maybe I understand a bit more, so that could be it, but I don't think that's it. I think it was just way more digestible, and like you could see a bit more emotion.
For sure,
and stuff
for sure.
that.
Yeah.
But episode 6 with the teacher, it's like his history teacher, Eggers, which like turns out he's actually like on the death pathway or a descendant of death.
Descendant of death. So he's like basically immortal.
Yeah. And he woke up like in a pile of corpses like way long ago, a few hundred years or something, and then just like murked everybody. And that was during like the Pale era or something.
Yeah, it was like the 4th War Epoch Army or something.
I think the Pale War from the 4th Epoch or something.
I'm like, dude, thank you for telling me all these different like terms and stuff that I still don't know.
Yeah, one of the like excerpts during the halfway point was like, okay, the first epoch was like the true creator created everything. The second epoch was like these gods existed.
Yeah.
The third epoch was like these other gods existed. The fourth epoch was like wars break out and some gods survive. And then they're in the 5th epoch or something now, or whatever it is.
Something like that. And then like Klein gets asked about like the true creator. He's like, oh well, I actually regard him as the fallen creator. Like,
yeah.
But when did you come up with that name? How do we know that he's a fallen creator?
And even then, the guy is like, oh my God,
like,
the fool is so smart, even in this divine realm.
You just blew my fucking mind.
He's so indecisive, or like makes indecisions even about the true creator. And I'm like, dude, he's just talking out of his ass. Like he just gave him a new name. That's it. Like, what are we talking about here? Anyways, and yeah, we didn't even talk about the 2 people that he brings into this divination realm.
I don't know. Do we even talk about them?
They're the hanged man, who's like a sea boat poor guy. Yeah. And he seems like he's a sequence 9 or a sequence 8 or something like that. And then
apparently,
I think the other one was like a noble lady, Miss Justice.
Yeah. And
she just got a sequence 9 potion. And she's trying to fully digest it. And then, yeah, they lord him as like a god, basically. Cool. That's awesome. He doesn't know shit, supposedly.
Nope, not at all.
But he keeps talking, and he's right about everything. So,
yeah,
whatever.
So then they also, I guess before they even like meet up with the teacher, Asik, they're on a mission to like, you know, because there's like cursed spirit.
There's a wraith.
There's a wraith.
Yeah.
There's a wraith.
At these castle ruins.
Yeah, in a castle ruins with a suit of armor, and they just need to relinquish it, right? They need to exterminate it.
Which just seems like a job that the Nighthawks get because they're magic police.
Yeah, and then they use the fucking like crazy ass relic that they have.
Yeah, it's like the burning sun relic or something.
Yeah, and it's like super OP, right?
Yeah, it'll what do they say? They say that it'll like destroy any wraiths that are within its radius after like 2 minutes or something, or a minute and a half or something. But if a normal people are near it for an hour, they just turn into like sun god worshipping idiots.
And for some reason, Klein's like, I should use this. I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah, after they destroy the wraith, he's like, I should divinate this thing. So he does, and like he goes into his fog realm. Let's just call it that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He says like, how was this thing created? Like he wants to divinate the artifact to see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like he sees these people praying to it, and then like out of the sky like drops like a golden drop of fluid into the amulet.
Like
so he
or something.
Yeah, so he rewinds time and like goes and he's like, I wonder what this fluid is. And he's like, no, I shouldn't touch it. Nah. And
he fucking touches it. He's like, oh.
Boop, burns everything.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
apocalyptic. His fog realm is burning down. He's got fucking like, he's Two-Face Harvey Dent.
He's
from
actually
the Dark
scorched from
Knight.
head to toe.
And it like scorched earth, motherfucker, right? Like everything. And then after a while, like 30 seconds of the scene of him burning and shit, he's like, huh, that kind of sucked. And he's fine.
Yeah,
He's just like better.
The fog somehow heals him.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know the fog could heal him. He didn't even know the fog could heal him.
And then he comes up with like the most gamer line for some reason. I didn't know we're in a fucking like VR MMO here, but he's just like, oh, wow. While I was burning, I saw the potion recipe for sequence 4 or something of like the sun,
the sun pathway
or something,
yeah.
right? And I'm like, that's crazy. Okay. And he says it. He's like, angel of pure white, this path of this drop of this. And he's like, oh, that must be the recipe. I wonder what an angel of pure white is. I'm like, you just saw it. Like, you just fucking, like, what are we talking about? But regardless of that.
Like, I must have unlocked this because I stayed here for 2 minutes.
See,
yeah, I'm like, what?
Was that your translation?
Yeah.
My translation, word for word, was this must be a reward for solo tanking the boss for a minute and a half.
Yeah, something like a minute and a half. I'm like, how would you come to that conclusion?
And also, what the fuck do you mean solo tanking a boss? Bro, this isn't a video. Like, this is real life. Like, what? I don't get shot with a bullet and like, wow, I didn't.
Like I get a crazy power boost because I just tanked this fucking bullet.
Yeah,
shot.
I'm like, oh, I didn't suffer fall damage. Like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't a video game, Klein. You burned alive 2 seconds ago. Fuck. Anyway, again, that might be translation shit.
Yeah. And
that could be translation.
After all that, he's like, I should do this again.
Yeah. He's like, I got that. All right, nice. Yeah. Let's see how long I can survive burning alive. Fucking shit, Klein. Like, all right. So he goes about that. And then, episode 7 is kind of what you're talking about, which is like, oh, actually, we didn't even finish that. Sorry. The Descendant of Death, his teacher.
Oh, yeah, Isaac.
He loses his memory every like however many decades,
few lifetimes or something.
And then he like wakes up and he starts to live his normal life, and then he starts to remember through dreams about his past lives, and Klein is there to help him. And for the next 2 episodes, we just kind of take this guy who's murdered hundreds, if not thousands of people.
He was like immortal,
a descendant of death.
Yeah.
And we just take him as like, yo, what's up, bro?
Yeah, dude. They were actually like, but they're fishing together.
Yeah. And it's just like, hey, I need you to help me with stuff. And it's like, dude, like we're cool with this? Like, he's not some guy you have to like try to exercise or like what, like tell the magic police about.
And, like, we don't even know what this guy does. Like, he has a whole set of powers, and you're like, okay, cool. Nothing gets explained.
Nope.
Oh, cool. He can use blood to show things,
and he's got a spirit army, literally.
And he can also what can he do again? Shit. I just watched this. I forgot. He can also see like the connections too, or something. Like, he can see ripples. There we go.
Yeah.
Ripples. Yep. Associated with your fate. I'm like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah. He's got so much going on.
Like, everything is pulling you towards me, Klein.
Yeah.
Well, That would have been nice to know.
And you have like, and he's like, Klein, you have an erratic like power of fate or something like going on. And we're like, okay, yeah, that makes about as much sense as everything going on.
Yep.
And then we kind of get the next episode, which is them fishing and them talking, because obviously this guy's hundreds of years old, if not thousands, and like a descendant of death. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like sometimes everything's just one step away and like you'll figure it out. But think about it. There's so many coincidences here. Think about it. And we're like, okay. And that's when the fucking like pie chart fucking like spiderweb graph comes in.
Line towards line towards line.
And he's even Klein, I don't know why you had to write it down. He's just talking to himself, but he's like, I do ritual in real world. Klein does stuff with his buddies. Buddies die. Klein commits suicide. I transmigrate. I get the sequence pathway. I get the seer pathway.
Antigonus
notebook.
Family notebook is infiltrated or something.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, man.
And then he's like, I joined the Nighthawks or whatever else. And he's like, there's something behind all of this. There's a reason. I'm part of a bigger scheme. No fucking shit, Klein. I could have told you that when you showed up in this fantasy fucking world in some dead guy's body. You didn't just do that for no reason. Hopefully. I mean, like, right? So again,
it's just storytelling, man. It's just the storytelling issue. Like, I'm sure in the book it's explained like super well,
and I'm sure that maybe we just need to wait to season 2. But that's the whole argument that we're making, which is that like for a new watcher, it's really hard to get to a point that like it's the whole just watch 300 episodes of One Piece. It'll get good.
Just wait for it. Just wait for it. I'm like, bro, like this. It's already like goddamn like 4 hours when you really think about it. Eight episodes, 30 minutes each.
Yeah,
4 hours right there. I'm like, oh god. I'm like, it's kind of like for me, it's a chore to watch now.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily, as I said, I loved episode 8. Actually, out of all the episodes, we got a little bit more about like Old Man Neil. And like he's been a Beyonder for a while, and he's had all his homies and
his old Tengen squad.
Yeah, and they all died on him, and there was only one left. And you know, lo and behold, all this happens, and he has to basically kill his one last standing friend.
The guy gets derailed, and then but like we don't know why he got derailed, and I don't think did they really talk about derailment in the show?
They've said that like Beyonders can get obsessed or like fall into like their own power and lose control. And that's kind of a lot of the Beyonders we've seen so far that we've had to like kill in the show.
Like I totally forgot about derailment because there's so much other stuff thrown at me. I'm like, oh, derailment. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So Old Man Neil's friend got, lost control and he had to put him down. And then you find out that like he's either, I'm not sure because they didn't explain it, he either put down all of his friends and kept a trinket from them, or he was there from all of his friends because he still has a memento.
It seemed pretty ominous that Neil was the one, like an orchestrator of all this shit.
It did
seem like it.
It did lean that way, but I don't know. We'll have to wait till
I like that. I actually like that.
Yeah, that was super cool.
You're actually questioning it, like, oh, is Neil actually a bad guy? And I think they did that well.
And I also think that like we got more about other characters other than Klein. There wasn't just like some knowledge gap that like we have that they don't. Yeah. And we got to see some emotions, and that's super awesome. I loved that. That was a great episode.
It's probably like the first time we actually see one of like the main cast actually display emotion.
Yeah. And like, you know what? I'm just going to bring it up as well. We had like the same fucking episode, or maybe one episode ago, we had like the Charis gates that like Klein had to go and watch for some reason.
Yep.
And then it opened for the first time in forever. And a doll like peeked through, and then it showed a crest to Klein, and then it closed itself. And then supposedly that gate has never opened before, or like something, but that's fucking crazy because the guy who assigned Klein to him said, hey, don't open the gate and don't go through it. So like, if it's never opened before, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, why did you have to explain that?
Yeah.
Why did you have to? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But that basically kind of sums up Lord of the Mysteries. Like, this is like, when you really think about it, if you like watch the whole episode, this is like the perspective of a new watcher. We just showed you what it is, and like, it's fucking confusing.
And
like,
yeah,
dude, and we're, I think, two smart guys, and like, we can't even like grasp this show and based off what we've seen.
We're gonna catch hate for this. All right, him more than me because he hates it.
I just don't like the show, man.
I do think that for a new watcher, like, again, suspend any knowledge you have of this show prior.
Pretend that you're a new watcher like us.
It's hard.
It's so difficult to keep up, man.
It's a hard show to watch in that way for plot. What's keeping me going is the stunning visuals, and I think that they're getting to explain more, which is why I'm keeping up, and I have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
We're going to catch hate. It's rated 4.8 out of 5 on fucking Crunchyroll.
I highly doubt that. There's no way it gets rated that high.
4.8 out of 5 on Crunchyroll with 43,000 votes. It's not like 100
Those
reviews.
are just people who like are fans that rated highly.
For me, it's probably sitting high 3s right now. I know for you it'd be lower.
Yeah. I could definitely see people be like, "Hey, just read the light novel." I'm like, dude, I kind of don't after watching this anime.
I know, and man, I've seen other creators on TikTok or YouTube or whatever else. They've said the same thing as us, and I've also seen their comment sections, and they get fucking dogged, like put in the dirt. You fucking idiots, you this and that and blah blah. And I'm like, dude, if there's so many people saying like, hey, I don't understand what's going on, then like obviously it's not like a minority opinion in that situation,
Yeah.
So
well, it's also because they want people to like what they like too, but it's just the fact that since it's not delivered well, it's just not too many people will like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really hoping for the last few episodes. I'm really hoping the season 1 goes well because I would love a season 2. And obviously, I want the people that do love it out there to have more content.
Yeah.
I hope that it keeps going.
It's a great looking show, and I really hope it just gets it picks up.
Yeah. I understand, and I can fully empathize with people that hate the idea of, hey, just give it a little bit more time.
Yeah, screw that, man.
I think they need something to draw them in episode 1 or 2. And that's just not there. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's just everybody hold hands and sing Kumbaya, okay?
True.
All right?
True.
But that's our take as of right now on the Lord of Mysteries. Please let us know what you think of Lord of Mysteries, and you can tell us how fucking stupid we are and everything down below. Leave a like, or I guess a dislike.
Comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Just let us know. Like, tell us if we're wrong, or like if you don't agree, or if you agree with us too.
And let us know if you've done all the other readings. Like if you're a fan of the web novel and that got you in, and like that kind of helped you understand, or if you read all the other reviews or comments from people explaining stuff that wasn't explained in the show. Let us know like everything that you've kind of seen to do with it, and like we'll take a look at the comments, and maybe that will change our minds 100%. Like we're not stuck in our ways enough to not like be able to change that, right?
Yeah, I would love to like love this show, but as of right now, I do not.
Yeah. So thank you all for tuning in. That was episode 50. That was a big one for us, and hopefully you stick around and subscribe, and keep with us for the next 50.
Hell
and the next
yeah.
50 after that.
Hell yeah.
So until next time, thank you all for
safe.
watching. We'll catch you later.
Peace.